training tool next to us called the bosu. Now this is a half ball. Your muscle develops on the negative phase of contraction. So a muscle develops when it lengthens. We get all that microscopic tearing, and that's how a muscle develops. Obviously on the floor we can lift up, but we can only lower down to the floor. Being on something that is slightly rounded, we get a better extension. So our muscle gets a bigger range of movement, therefore getting more muscle development. So the feeling you'll get on here will be so much more intense, and the development of your stomach will be a lot quicker than if you're just training on the floor alone. So when we come over to the bosu, important is your setup on here. You want to make sure that your lower back is in the middle of the bosu. So when you lay down, your shoulder blades are off the bosu, and so are your buttocks. You don't want to be too far forward that you're sort of sitting here, because then the stomach rounds again. You want to have the position where your buttocks are just off, your shoulder blades are just off, and your pelvis can be neutral, and that's really important. We're not going to drop this or lift this. It's got to stay flat in a tabletop. Hands come behind the head. Take an inhale, just like we did on the floor. Draw the navel in, exhale, chest to the ceiling, come up. And then as you go down, you'll see that I get a much greater range of movement, can get more of a stretch, therefore I can get more range of movement as I lift up. So the intensity of the exercise on the bosu is increased quite significantly. If you feel it in your back, which often happens, don't drop down as deep until that stomach muscle gets stronger. We generally only feel ab exercises in our back and our neck if our stomach is weak and those other muscles are trying to help and compensate. So what becomes important when you work your abs is if you feel it somewhere other than your stomach, stop, rest, relax, and then refocus on your stomach. So it's better to do, say, 2 or 3 properly, have a break, do another 2 or 3, then push through and feel it in another part of your body.